Welcome to another episode of Bull Run with Angel. Today, we will be discussing how a janitor became a millionaire. Ronald Reed was a janitor and gas station attendant in Vermont who amassed over $8 million through decades of frugal living and smart investing in dividend-paying stocks. When he passed away in 2014, he left millions to his local hospital and library, surprising everyone who knew him. He never earned a high salary. He drove a used car, wore old clothes, and lived simply, but behind the scenes, he was quietly investing for decades. Ronald chose solid companies and reinvested his dividends. He never chased trends, just stayed consistent. When he passed away, he left behind over $8 million. Most of it went to his local hospital and library. No one saw it coming. Ronald's story proves you don't need a big income to build real wealth. You need patience, purpose, and a plan. Even a janitor can become a millionaire. I always say, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. You might begin your journey feeling behind, overlooked, or underestimated. You may not have the best resources, the clearest path, or all the answers. But your starting point does not determine your destination. What matters is how you rise to the challenge, how you show up every day, push through doubt, learn from failure, and keep moving forward. Progress isn't always fast, and the climb is rarely easy, but every step counts. Success isn't about where you were, it's about who you become along the way. I don't drive a fancy car or wear designer clothes, but every chance I get, I choose to invest. If you saw my car right now, you'd probably say, "Girl, come on now." But a paid-off car means more to me than a flashy one with monthly payments. That's freedom. What I value is having a home, a place that builds equity and stability. And the more I study people who are truly building wealth, the more I realize they're not always flashy. You'd be surprised how many save diligently, clip coupons, and live simple lives. Wealth isn't about looking rich. It's about being smart, intentional, and playing the long game. And if I were to lose it all tomorrow, at least I could say, I tried my best. Am I a millionaire? No. But when I look at the gains I've made just in the first part of this year, even with all the turmoil in the markets, I feel like I just need to keep going. I'm a very humble person, and I probably won't share much more of my portfolio, but I wanted to show you this one example from one of my portfolios just to prove it's real. This money isn't for us to touch now unless there's an emergency. It's for later in life, because we won't be young forever. And that's just a fact of life. So many people talk about being scammed in the market, and that's why I never give financial advice. I always say, do your own research or talk to a certified financial advisor. One day, I'd love to host a women's group where we bring in a real financial advisor to answer your questions and to inspire you. But you don't have to wait. You can start on your own. That's why I created the $25 a week Wealth Starter Guide for just $9, to share my story and show you what I do. It's not financial advice, just a simple, relatable guide to help you take that first step. Wealth isn't just about money. It's about freedom, legacy, and confidence. My mission is to help women, especially educators, side earners, and everyday workers, feel empowered to invest, build wealth, and take control of their financial futures, one step at a time. You don't need a six-figure income. You need the right mindset, a plan, and a place to begin. Let's break down the barriers around investing. Eliminate the intimidation. Build a community rooted in support, education, and progress. Where are we going? A future where more women are confident investors, building generational wealth on their own terms. The goal? To create a movement of women who invest with intention, live with purpose, and leave a lasting impact. Thanks for tuning in to Bull Run with Angel.